welcome back to my channel. So for today, as you can see from the title of this video, I'm going to do an online shopping favorites. You will hear a toddler in the background as he is present. And I'm going to try to see if I can film this while Everly naps. So hopefully we don't get interrupted. But I figured that for this video, I will do an online shopping favorites during the preparation in my pregnancy for the baby. Up until this point, my shopping really consisted a lot of Amazon and Etsy. I'll link everything down below. That way, if you're interested in anything that I show you guys today, you're able to go find it. The things that I'm about to show you are in no particular order. In fact, I'll probably try to keep everything grouped together based on where it is that I purchased it from. So I'll start with Amazon. I'm gonna do, as far as favorites, just things that I've purchased over maybe like the last year or so. So for this first item, considering that I'm now trying to pick up this vlogging again, it is something that I know will be in my hand constantly, and I've actually really enjoyed using it when I have had it. And it's currently on my vlogging camera, and it's the Manfrotto handheld tripod. I like that I'm able to stand it up. It has some grips at the bottom. Not only that, it's obviously, because you can screw it into your camera, but you're able to just kind of adjust and pivot where the camera is being held from. So I really like the Manfrotto handheld tripod for the vlogging. It just makes life really easy, and I'm not having to carry around the big tripod. I did have one of the ones that had like the beaded legs on the tripod. Just it wasn't easy to use, and I feel like this is just more vlog friendly as far as my things that I liked vlogging with. I also have this little memory card holder. I don't have a lot of memory cards. It's not like I have a large history of doing videos or vlogs or makeup videos or anything like that, but I do have a few. And then not only that, but if you've browsed through my channel, you saw that my niece had her quinceañera, not last year, but the year before. And so I bought an extra memory card for that. So it was just really nice to have the extras on hand, just in case I needed them. I wasn't having to scramble and hurry up and go pick one up. I had something on hand, and I had somewhere that I knew I could find it. The next item that I have is this wireless charger by iAudi. I think that's how it's pronounced. Again, I picked it up from Amazon. It is a fast charging wireless charger, so that I really like that. It's taken some beatings, so it's a little on the dirtier side, but this charger essentially kind of travels around the house with us. My husband and I both have iPhones that charge wirelessly, so this essentially will travel from whether it's the kitchen to the outside to the living rooms to the family rooms to the bedrooms, wherever it is we need it, this charger goes. I ended up actually liking this so much I purchased a second one for work, so I actually have one of these set up in my workstation in the office. The next thing that I have is this Mosiso carrying case for my laptop.
The hands are painting?
Yes, we'll paint in a little bit, okay?
Hand painting?
Do you want a brush?
Yes.
For the purple paint?
Yeah.
I'll let my little Picasso work in the background. So Mosiso, I think, is how this is pronounced. And I wanted something to be able to carry my laptop things in. And so this was actually a carrying case, I guess, a laptop bag that I purchased to be able to carry my items in. It's just something really simple that I thought was really cute. But I like that it's lined, it's soft, it's padded. Obviously, it's not something you want to go and throw your laptop around in, but it's just really easy to carry in. And it's got a couple extra pockets that if you want to throw some items into it, you can. So it's one of my favorites. I use it for storage now when I'm not using my laptop. So I guess you'd consider it a laptop or an Amazon favorite. But the next couple things I guess would be for my MacBook. And that'll kind of wrap up the Amazon part of my shopping. The next thing is the case on my actual MacBook. So you can see it's just a really sparkly black case on it. It's not all the way around, obviously, but the front of it is just this really glittery material on the case. I did on my previous MacBook have a glittery like rose gold case on it. And that one actually had like a smoother finish, which I kind of liked, but this one, it's not too bad. It's got like a sandpaper type finish to it. which isn't ideal, and you can see some of the scratch marks on it, but other than that, I think it's really cute. It's still one of my favorite things that I've recently purchased for my MacBook, and I love the look it gives to it. It's just really cute, and like I said, it still matches the black on my carrying case. So like I said, still a favorite item. The next thing that I have is not necessarily the pacifier holder, but the actual pacifier itself. And I had these two pacifiers actually that I got from Amazon that are some favorites. She hasn't necessarily taken to one more than the other. She's taken to both of them about the same, so she doesn't really have a favorite. But the first one is the Avent Soothies. They come in colors for girls and colors for boys, so it's like a pink and a purple. And then this one is the Nook. And I don't know if there's necessarily a specific name for it. I only brought up the one. And this one comes in like a light pink or a dusty pink, dusty rose, and a white. And baby girl has taken to both of them just fine. So naturally, of course, those are her favorite. With that concludes actually the Amazon portion of the video. The next things that I am going to show you are from other shops that are online. In Colorado, none of these places are accessible in person. I think one of them might have shops somewhere else. California maybe, I'm not sure. But I'll show you what I've purchased and why it is that I like it. A lot of this is really just the aesthetic of it. I just like the way it looks. There's no real purpose or need for it. Except for one item, which again, it's part of like the baby's must-haves that I have. So the first one, and it's just because it's the only one that I have from this particular location, is my Erin Condren planner, my life planner. Being that 2020 has been kind of disastrous so far, it's been not as useful as it is other times, only because things have kind of died down as far as like appointments or things that I'm needing to do or reminders that I'm needing. Right now it's used mostly for the purpose of reminding me to pay my bills on time and birthdays. So outside of that though, generally, and let me go ahead and take this out. What I use it for, or I'll show you at least the beginning of the year. So like I said, I have reminders in here for appointments, things that are due, when they're due. It might be appointments like I had my baby's doctor's appointments up until she was born. I had PTO days from work that I was making sure to log, hair appointments, massages that I was getting up until, again, like I said, the point that I had the baby. Right now, it is, like I said, more just like a, hey, don't forget these bills are due. My baby is still having her appointments, or her checkups are still happening, at least until now, for now. And I just have other things like birthdays that are still being added into my planner. But nonetheless, it's something that I've gotten every year just to kind of help keep my life organized, keep it together. I'll go back to work in June, and so once that happens, things will start to fill up in here as well, just with important meetings, reminders to take days off, whether it's for appointments, for checkups, whatever it is that needs to happen. So Erin Condren, definitely worth the investment for those who think it's a little on the steeper end. At least it has been for me. So outside of that, the next online shops that I generally spend a lot of time on is Etsy. So the first thing that I have from Etsy is this keychain lanyard, I guess you would call, that's personalized. So it is pink on the outside, and I've got it embroidered in black, and then it has the black and white stripes on the inside of it. So it's something I'm able to throw around my wrist, kind of take and grab it and go whenever it is that I am on the go. I do have a couple of bags that have the actual clips to be able to like quickly find my keys, and this still has some gold hardware that I'm able to clip into, and if not, I mean, that's what the keychain on your keys are for. I did purchase this from Mama Boucle, I think Mama Boucle, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but I'll link her shop down below. She has various styles of this and various colors, so definitely worth something to check out. The quality's great, it feels great. I think in the near future, if I needed to for anything else, then I'd probably go back and look to see if there's anything else that I could purchase from her. I have this on my main set of keys. My spare set of keys, I actually have something different just because I don't use them as much. So there's not as much of a need for me to be able to quickly find them, grab them, and go. But yeah, so for my main set though, I have this really cute one. Like I said, it's totally just a cute, quick way to be able to grab my keys and go if I'm quickly moving on throughout my day. Like I said, I'm a fan of personalization. So this next set is something that I purchased for my husband. It's a leather key holder of sorts, I guess. So this is it. It's from Northwind Supply, also on Etsy. The quality on this, again, it's great. It's really sturdy. And then, like I said, personalized. So definitely give them a look. If you're ever on Etsy, if you're needing to purchase something personalized. I know for Northwind they offer other items, like for example leather trays if you want something to put like in an entryway, for example, just to put your keys in. So give them a check out. The next thing that I have is a infant car seat cover. I did purchase this from Michelle's Canopies, again also on Etsy. We purchased one for Thiago when I originally got pregnant the first time around. We purchased it from, I think it's Car Seat Canopies is the name of the company. And we had something that was actually pretty perfect for what was themed around that pregnancy and for him at the time. This time around when we were looking, however, I didn't find something that I necessarily fell in love with and that I wanted to use. So I took to Etsy to be able to find something that maybe we could either use something that they already have, or if there was somebody that could customize it into a way that it fell more in line with the theme of what we were using, that we could do that. So this car seat cover is from Michelle's Canopies on Etsy. Like I said, I'll link the shop down below. You can see here on the car seat, it is a sequin cover. On the inside, it is that bubble felt type of material, that really soft felt kind of material. It is loose. It is a Velcro connector, I guess, or attachment at the top. And Everly's does have a bow that we got customized for her. Again, in that pink and blue kind of overall theme that we've, for the most part, tried to keep for her things. So again, one of my online shopping favorites is this. I get compliments on this everywhere that I go, and I mean, it's really easy to see why. It's just super cute. I liked the darker blue versus doing like a pink iridescent with a blue felt under it, only because I feel like this is less blinding to anybody who's actually looking at it. So se luce, you know, you get more of a, I don't know, it's just easier to, I guess, really be, you know, to really like what you're looking at. So this is it. I have one more item that's actually hanging. So we'll go upstairs into the baby's rooms to go see that. And then we can do maybe just a quick little nursery tour of what we did for the kids' room. Okay, like I said, the next thing we have is already hanging. So I wanted to make sure to come up and show it to you. Now, it's not the bows necessarily. Those were all things that we purchased or were gifted to us for the baby. But this one's by Everlasting's by Sue, again by Etsy. And it is the actual bow organizer. So I love that we have not only the actual, I guess, strips here to kind of clip the little bows on, but we also have this little bar attachment at the bottom that we were able to then take and then organize the little headbands into. So it's something you just kind of pick it up and take it out, and then you're able to organize everything on it. As you can see, we continue to get some additional gifts for her, so those aren't on there, and we've frankly ran out of room. So just an additional addition to the baby's nursery for things that I've purchased online that I've really liked. As you walk into the baby's room, you see here right away, we have, like I mentioned earlier, the little bow kind of organizer up top. And then down below you have the changing table. So the changing table we actually purchased when we had Thiago. So it's a couple years old. It's had some love to it, definitely. You can see though we have some little kind of vine of flowers kind of going around it. So we figured we'd make this a little girlier and keep it in theme with the rest of the nursery side of this versus Thiago's side. So we just kind of bought some, I guess, some greenery, some vine, and then weaved that through the openings in the changing table. And then from flowers that we also purchased, or also some that came in the diaper cakes, we went ahead and included that just to keep it, again, like I said, in theme. On the actual changing pad cover, we purchased this from Bye Bye Baby. And it's part of a set, which I'll show you here in a second. There is a theme to it. The actual crib cover, the crib set, came with some flowers, which I'll show you the rest earlier. You might have seen it a minute ago. But we added those onto the changing table as well. The next thing, and actually another thing that I do want to bring up, as part of some of my favorites, and I forgot to bring this down actually. I'll have to link the name of the shop down below because I don't have it on hand. But we do have her crib. We purchased the crib from Wayfair. There is this really cute little decor on the end here. But because we decided at the end of the day that it was going to be better just to put them in the same room together for now, it's actually being covered by the changing table. But it does have a really cute little kind of decorative sort of, so whatever you'd call that, on the end. But like I mentioned, you have the matching cover here, the matching kind of, I guess, comforter. I don't know what you'd call that. The wall decals. So a couple of those we put on the changing table just to kind of keep everything flowing as much as possible. The mobile I actually made. So I actually took Diago's old mobile and kind of tore that apart and left the skeleton of it, which is essentially the musical part and the arm. And then everything else I just put together with things that I found at Hobby Lobby and Michael's. Just something she can have while she's kind of just hanging out here in her crib. The other thing I wanted to show you guys from Etsy that I purchased, it's this pillow. So it's not a DockATot. I was looking actually for DockATot covers, but I came across these. It's a woman from Poland, if I recall correctly. We'll do it again in a minute. A woman from Poland, I believe, and she has various different versions of this pillow. And I just fell in love again with the dusty rose color of this. The combination of the flowers, the arrows were kind of a nice addition, but overall just the way that the flowers kind of combined with the overall theme. And then a little lamb, of course, that for those of you who recognize it, turns on and plays lullaby music when the baby cries. Up top, it is I don't know what you'd call it. It's a name sign that I made for her. So I didn't cut out the wood. I did order that from Etsy also. But the background part of it, I actually made myself. This hanging piece here is something that is normally actually glued. So it is glued to the side of the sign, and then it just kind of lights up. And then of course we have some additional items, and this here ultimately kind of serves as the separation between the two kids. On this right side we have Everly's items. So we have her little giraffe, and then actually this fell over, and her unicorn to hold her pacifiers. We have washcloths for easy grabbing, and then little gloves that she was using when she was a little smaller. She's not scratching herself as much now, so I've not found much of a need for it. The other thing I have here are the shoes that currently fit her, which you can see is not much. She has a pretty small foot. So we have those here for quick grabbing, and then some additional headbands. Like you saw on the earlier shot, we ran out of space on the bar of the board separator or the board organizer that we have. So here we have just something that I picked up at HomeGoods, which is I think a bracelet organizer, I think. And I'm just using this to kind of organize her headbands. So that's also there. The baskets are also from HomeGoods, so I picked those up there. And then in each of the bins, we just have her clothes. So we have, onesies. I have pants or underwear, her socks, her little socks, and then her little pantyhose, I guess is what you'd call them. In this one, we have other little like pajama onesies or pajama sets. Other shoes that she's not fitting into just yet. And then we have other, sorry, the word escaped me. We have a bathrobe, but then we also have the swaddle blankets. And then on the other side, so here just a bit of a mess because I grabbed one earlier, but we have bibs on this side as well as the burp cloths. So we have those here. And then on this side, we just have hats. So all kinds of colors and types of hats. It's Colorado and it's only April. So, you know, we don't put these away because we might still get snow. In this one, we actually have clothes that are too big for her in here. So those are just kind of waiting for her for later. Up top, we have Thiago's pants and Thiago's tops. So this is essentially more for Thiago than it is for Everly. On this side, we have socks that are awaiting their lifelong partners, which have currently been lost. But then we also have his little memory box. I got this on Etsy as well. As I said, I'm a big advocate for smaller business. And then his 1-year outfit as well as some other items are in here also. The onesie outfit is also from a Etsy shop. So we have that for Thiago. And then over here on this side as well for him, we have some of his favorite bedtime books. We have some bedtime lotion. He is pretty much potty trained by now, but we do have a couple pull-ups here just in case we need them. And then we also have a gift that he received from a coworker of mine, which is Big Brother Fox and Baby Sister Fox. A Scentsy wax warmer, and then his own lamp as well as his cube organizer, which has, you know, underwear, socks, undershirts, pajamas, shorts, and then we have a belt and boots and other shoes, and then more shoes. And then on this side, we actually have Thiago's bed, and he's kind of been hanging out over here. So as you can see, there's some stuff going on. We have a name sign for him also. So he is a Leo, which made this only just more appropriate. And then other little items on his bed that he have been gifts over the last couple years. Or just things that he likes. So yeah, this is essentially the kids' room. He has toy boxes back there for organization. We've been keeping that box in here just so that every time Everly outgrows something, we're able to throw it back in there. And then, of course, their closet and our diaper pail. But that's basically the kids' room tour. The name sign, by the way, is also from Etsy. So I'll try to remember to link all of the items that I purchased from Etsy down below. But basically, this is the kids' room.